All right, y'all, so we are back on the water again. So it's about a week after Hurricane Helene devastated the west coast of Florida, and this is my first time on the water since. And out here over by Shell Key, Fort DeSoto is still closed as of today, which today is Saturday what is today? Saturday the 3rd? The 5th. So today's Saturday the 5th, and as of right now, Fort DeSoto is still closed. Saw some aerial shots of Fort DeSoto, and they definitely got a good amount of flooding over there. So been real curious about this area here over around the Shell Key region. Fort DeSoto is just kind of across the way over here. Bunce's Pass, but waters look pretty decent. Tide's coming in right now. I want to say 2 p.m. high tide, but we got some good baits. Got some big shrimp. Also got some pinfish too that I got in the that I caught with the net. So we'll try that out. Tons of schools of mullet out here. I mean, this might actually be a school at Reds the way they're waking over there. I don't know if you see that. We're gonna try over here by this island over here and see if we can maybe pick up some reds. That's going to be kind of the targeted species today. Reds, if we catch a snook, that's going to be kind of a bonus, but that's generally what I'm doing out here is catching reds. Speckled trout as well. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and we're going to get it going here. Appreciate it. And you guys will have to forgive me for the wind noise. It's blowing probably a good 10 to 15 out here, so I mean, we were just protected by the island, but once we get out more in this open water, it is going to get a little breezy. But you got a lot of reds over here. I'm sorry, not reds, but a lot of mullet over here, which could be a sign of reds. I do want to kind of move up some and kind of fish a little more off this point over here, see if we can find them. Again, water's super skinny right now. We'll definitely want to free line whatever we use. Yeah, one of these bigger shrimp here. This is one I picked up from Sailor Mike's. Real nice size shrimp over there right now. Definitely check them out. They're off Gandy Boulevard on the Tampa side just before you cross the bridge. They got hit real hard by the storm. They've got a creek out there in the back, and the lady over there showed me the water line, and it was a good like 4.5 feet up their wall. They've got the creek back there, their parking lot, it's kind of prone to flooding, but she was telling me all that stuff. I mean, they took a big time loss there with a lot of the gear they had, because that salt water just sits in there and corrodes that stuff in the packages. So, but yeah, awesome bait shop. Love those guys. Definitely check them out. They could definitely use some support right now too, as a lot of people could. We're gonna just throw this live shrimp. I've got it free lined out here on this open flat. We're just gonna kind of drift it back across, just see if we can find something here. We're gonna try out this left side too. It's a little bit deeper over here off to my left. So we're gonna try on the skinny stuff, and then we might move a little bit closer to the mangroves. Here we go. Instant hookup when I casted over there to the left. Whew. Man, he did not hesitate on hitting that shrimp. Good fish. Sorry, GoPro overheated there, but this is our first red, and look at the copper on this guy. That is beautiful. What a pretty red right there. Definitely on the one of the darker reds I've caught in my day. This water being so tannic like this, or tend to be a little bit darker. He's rubbing. Keep him out of the ropes and bait buckets and all this other jazz we got here. And this guy, I'd be surprised if he's a keeper. He might be a touch underslot actually. So he's ready to come up. Oh God, gotta lock in our net. Beautiful red right there. That's what we came out here for, boys. All right, make sure my GoPro's not overheating again. But he ate the shrimp, and he ate the shrimp as soon as it hit the water. Like, he wasn't messing around. This guy meant business. And here's our first red of the day. And he is probably gonna be a good 24, 25 inches, I'd say. He kind of looked upper slot in the water, but I don't think he's quite that big. But that is what we came out here for, folks. So a good red. Let's go ahead and get him measured. I actually got a new bump board here. So this is actually something I picked up on Amazon. You just hit the button, slides out like so. Feels good to slime the new bump board. So this guy is about 23.5 inches. So 23.5 inch red right here. GoPro overheated there. So this is our redfish. 23.5 inches. So not bad considering we're only maybe about 25-30 minutes into fishing today. So we're gonna go ahead and bag this guy. Down here in Florida, you can only keep one per person per day. So this is gonna be our one red, and I'm hoping we'll catch many more. So we'll see. There might be schools of them down there. So we'll go ahead and we'll bag this guy up. I'm gonna bleed him, and then we'll be cooking this guy up for dinner. All right, so not bad. Got our slot red just a few minutes into fishing. So skunk off early here. We also got a low pressure system that's kind of moving in on us at the moment, so that's also gonna drive this bite. You know, so we had Helene last week, really stirred up the water, so the fish are still trying to find their ground here, and we got this low pressure system kind of enhancing the bite too. But just like that, I mean, we casted that shrimp, free lining it right now on a 2/0 circle hook, and that red just destroyed it. I mean, I'm talking within like 2 or 3 seconds. Hit the water, red was on it. All right, guys, here we go. Ooh, did he drop it? There he goes. All right. We're back up. Oh, that's gonna be another good fish. Come on, baby. This one might be a overslot. He is looking chunky with that wake. Good sized reds out here right now. Oh yeah, he's got that freaking thick boy look to him. That is a chunky red. Just in case my GoPro overheats, I got this one going too. All right, so this guy's probably 26, 27, I'm thinking. Got him hooked right in the corner like we're supposed to. Let's see if I can one arm this guy. I'm not sure. Gotta get him over the gun. Yeah, it wasn't happening. All right. Whew, let's go. That is another chunky red. So we've already got our one in the bag, so we'll be sending this guy back. This thick old mama. Wow, look at that red. Look at the mouth on that thing. He is a thickin' for sure. Well, get the hook out of him. Yeah, and they're kind of off to the left side where we're getting them. But man, that is another, I was about to say full grown red, but he's definitely not full grown because these guys get huge, especially when you get the kind of oceanic big ol' reds. But yeah, this guy's going to be every bit of about 25, 26 inches. We'll just get a quick measure on him. We're going to send him back unharmed. They're not too harmed, should I say. Obviously, a hook in your mouth, you're harmed in some way. 26. So this guy would actually be a keeper. He's just an inch short of the maximum size for reds. But that is going to be our second redfish of the day. Nice chunky boy. So we'll send this guy back to the depths, or to the shallows. Okay, so we're 2 redfish deep now, and that always happens whenever I bag a red, the bigger one comes. But you know, I don't mind sending that guy back, and he left us a pretty nice scale there. So if you're into keeping souvenirs, that'd be one to keep. All right, so we're gonna keep it going here. We're 2 for 2 on these shrimp, so we're gonna keep throwing shrimp and keep tossing off to the left here because that's where it seems to be going down at. And I like this bum board. I mean, for 13 bucks, I feel like you can't really beat it compared to $50. We'll see how it holds up though. Freybill, got this on Amazon. Again, $13. So far, it seems worth it. A little bit quicker when you're on the kayak. It's kind of tough measuring things with the, I got a measuring scale on the paddle, or not a scale, but a measuring device on the paddle. And also I've got a lost stick, but the thing is when you're just like staring at fish from this perspective, it's hard to kind of get the nose where it needs to be, the tail pinched and where it needs to be. So having this bump board is definitely a good investment if you're a kayak fisherman. Highly recommended. Let's throw some more shrimp. Let's catch some more fish. Do the damn thing. Yep, something picked it up. I'll just wait for the official eat. There we go. Maybe a trout. You kind of surface there real quick. See what we got here. That's a cat. Yeah, I figured that wasn't red. Let's save our battery on this guy. All right, we'll be right back, guys. You know, something I do want to show you guys, and I probably talked about this in prior videos, but with these catfish, I don't like bringing these guys in the kayak. This guy is feisty too. He's a hardhead catfish. So there's also sail cats out here in Florida. But I use something called an arc dehooker. There's all kinds of dehookers out there. I like this one. And what you would do is just put it around the line, and then you get that circle down to where that hook is, right? Get it on the curve of the hook. And usually they'll shake themselves off, especially when they're real feisty like that. But ultimately, really all you got to do is just flip them, and they should come right off if you can get it to the hook curve. See, it comes off pretty easy. A lot of times you can just straighten out the line, but the key is you got to keep the line kind of either flat, like horizontal like that, or you got to kind of angle it up. So you want to grab kind of over here, just to kind of give you guys a heads up if you don't know how to use one of these. But super handy, especially on a kayak. I don't like grabbing catfish. Some people will grab them, try to get the barbs in between their fingers. I'm not doing that, just because I'm out here by myself. And I mean, I do have a first aid kit, but it's the last thing I want to deal with out here is a freaking catfish sting. All right, we got something here. I think it's a trout. Seems like it's a little speckled trout. So we got 2/3 of our slam now. And this guy's not going to be a keeper, but he looks like he was about the same size as the one I saw kind of breach the surface earlier. Look at the shrimp, Jesus. Super slippery these guys are. All right, oh, he's hooked in his stomach. They turn their stomachs inside out to try to throw up anything. We're gonna try because it looks like it's just barely got the barb in there. Yeah, he should be good. So I'll send him little trout. Scooped it and left it right by the kayak too. Good God, guys. It's the second red that's picked it up and dropped it. It's like they're not committing. Man, that was such a good strike too. I'm not sure if the camera picked it up, but he just zipped right by it, picked it up, dropped it. Let's see if we can make that happen again. God, such a good bite. But yeah, a lot of interest from these fish on this Z-Man. Do we have them? We've got something. It's not a, it's another trout. It's not a bad trout. He's probably close to keeper. He's maybe like 13, 14. So, and that was on the Z-Man electric shad. Oh God, don't go under the... All right, well, I'm gonna work on getting this freaking trout out of here. Last thing I need is an undersized trout sitting underneath my seat like that. Trout, so we use the net to finally get him out from under the seat. Just for the fun of it, we're gonna measure him. Yeah, he's about 13, so send this little trout on his way. And there he goes. All right, guys, we are about to go back on the move again, so we're gonna change spots. Just not really getting a whole lot of action over here in these mangroves, so we're probably gonna switch it up to a different island altogether. water over here is looking a little more poopy. What's that? I don't know, I can't see him yet. I'm gonna have to try to work him out of the mangroves. Ah, man, he ripped it though. Ripped it right into the mangroves.
Popped out of the water for a second.
Could have been a snook. I mean, whatever it was, it kind of hit it nonchalant, but yeah, it rubbed me off of the mangroves. He had me deep in there. That was a big fish. So yeah, just a shrimp with a split shot. That was it. Yeah, so they're here. I was kind of thinking maybe the bite wasn't going to be too good back here because the water looks a little bit dirtier than over there. But I mean, obviously the fish are still posted up back here either way. Suddenly, which I had no idea that there was a fish on here, just kind of pulled up and there he was. That's a trout. Not a bad trout at that. So he probably, I don't think he's a keeper. He's actually kind of fat. He got some weight to him. We'll put him on the board and see. He's just super close. So he would almost be a keeper. Yeah, he's like just a hair under 15. So we'll let this guy go. See you later, Mr. Trout. All right, so we're gonna hit this little binary island here and see if we can maybe pull some reds or whatever's by it. So there's a ton of oyster beds that are all around it, and you can't really see it here, but the front of this little island here has a bunch of oysters that kind of jut out from it. So we'll post up on the outside, probably towards the front of it, and see if we can get something in over by the oyster beds. There we go. We're on with the fish. Feels quality. Oh yeah, that's quality. That is quality. It's not a cat. It's not a baby trout. It is another good red. Turn this guy on since the GoPro is known for overheating. Got my drag buckle down pretty good from fishing in the mangroves, but this is a decently hefty red. I think he's just fat. He's not even like super long, but he is a tough red. That is a stout little red. Like, I'm not even sure if he would. He'd definitely be a keeper, but not a bad red. Very copper colored with this darker water out here. Make for some real pretty fish. So that's another Florida red right there. So this guy's, he's a tough little red. He's not even that big. He's probably only like 18 inches, but boy, did he fight. Yeah, close to 19. So another good fish there. We'll go ahead and send this guy back to get the release. Cool. Okay, so GoPro didn't overheat. Good job, GoPro. I'm hoping it's a dolphin, because you usually don't want to see a big ass wake like that coming coming right by your boat. Oh, that is a shark. That is a good sized bull too. Yeah, that is a bull shark gunning it. Look at that wake. He means business. That guy's on a mission. All right, y'all, we on the move again. Oh man, that breeze feels so good. God, it feels good to be moving. It is freaking piping hot out here. All right, so we're gonna move back a little more inshore, probably closer to some docks, and maybe hit anything fishy along the way. But we're kind of grinding it out now. I mean, we got the that last red 19 inches. That's pretty cool. But I do want to kind of make my way towards the ramp. So I mean, it's what, around 4 o'clock. I don't know, my watch is dead, but just want to use up the bait. Still got a few shrimp, got a couple of pins. So I'd like a good fishy area where I can really burn through this bait. on some fish. Tons of mullet over here. Started out pretty breezy, like 15, 20, and it's probably about 5 right now. I mean, super flat out here. This is beautiful. Yeah, I'm gonna try to fish this area.
So it looks like that storm is going to turn into, they think, a Cat 2, and they have it projected on the Gulf Coast. So right now, the cone is showing Tampa Bay as being in the middle of it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so it's definitely going to hit Florida, but they think it will be by Wednesday morning. It's going to be maybe make landfall, but right now it's called Tropical Storm Milton, but they said it should be a Cat 2. So it's showing the cone anywhere from like South Florida all the way up to like maybe where Perry was, but showing Tampa's in the middle of the cone. So,
damn. Here we go again. Because what I think I want to do is hit up a dock. So we fished the flats, fished the mangroves. I think I want to try for some docks, see if we can get some sheepies, see if they moved in. It's kind of coming into fall time now, so you might see them start to show up, if not already here. Usually when that cooler weather comes around, I think of sheepshead. So we still got a bunch of fiddler crabs we could use, got a few shrimp, got a couple of pinfish. So we can always cut those guys up, try to find reds at the docks also. So we shall see.
How's it going?
Good, good. And yourself?
Not too bad.
Good. You just get coming out, or have you already been fishing? Caught a couple of reds here at this spot. Like it was earlier in the morning, and then a trout over there on the back side of that island over there. So yeah, so some yeah, a 26 incher, a 23.5 incher, which I bagged, and then a 19 incher on the other side of that island. So yeah, they're definitely out here. So yeah, man, take care, be safe. And this was one of my favorite docks to fish right here. Kind of sad to see the shape that it's in. I mean, it's really just a little front platform, but yeah, this storm was a beast. I mean, just totally wrecked this entire area. But we'll post up here for a little bit, see if we can maybe get some sheepies or reds to bite. So I'm just gonna anchor up here for a little bit, and then we'll probably head in after this. There we go. Ooh, good fish. Dude, good fish. We just got freaking yanked off. Yanked off, that didn't sound right. But we just got freaking robbed. Holy cow. Straight ripped again. There we go. And we got a little baby. He's a little baby. But that is a small redfish, and he swallowed the hook, so we're gonna have to cut it off. But he is super light colored if you compare him to some of the other reds we've caught today. I mean, this guy looks like a whiting. Like, he doesn't even look like a red. And he's super white. Like, look at that color on him. Cool little red though. We'll send him back. Ooh, splashy. Here we go, back on. So we got this guy in front of the dock. We weren't even underneath it. We just cast in front of it and got a catfish on the fiddler crab. It's probably a first for me. But yeah, that kind of figures. So I went away from the structure, and this is what our result was. All right, Arc D hooker doing work. All right, folks, that is another one in the books, and this bird is going to get ran over. So the no-seams were just crazy at that last spot, and so I didn't want to spray some off on me when I'm about to leave anyway, and you know, put that poison all over my body right before I'm about to go sit in my truck. So we're just gonna go ahead and roll out, calling it a day. I mean, we had 3 nice reds today, all keeper size. One little baby red underneath that dock, some little trout and things of that nature. So fun day, glad to come out here. Glad to see all the mangroves have leaves on them. So we've got another storm from what I heard. My brother called me and told me we got another one, possibly a category 2 that's kind of in the works. Really hate to hear that that's the case, but we'll see how that develops. But I'm gonna get out of here. I do appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.